Hi everybody, my name is Megan Martinez and I'm currently enrolled in SPCE 619 Section 811 with Professor Carrasquillo. Today is April 27th, 2025, and I'm going to begin by shuffling my deck of cards 3 times and cutting it down the middle. Little warning with this video, my entire family is over and they're not the quietest of people, so there might be some background noise in today's video. And 3, and cut down the middle. Perfect. Okay, so I have a timer set already on my phone for 1 minute, and then I'm going to be holding the card so that the term is facing the camera, definition is facing me. And with that being said, I'm going to get started right now. Acceptance and equal treatment of different individuals. Inclusion. Regular assessment of one's or others' professional actions. Performance monitoring. Any individual or group other than the direct recipient, third party. Ethical systematic investigation for advancing behavior analysis, research. Proactive actions taken to minimize and mitigate disruptions, continuity of services. Verbal behavior agreement if can't give informed consent, assent. Behavior analysts limit these to infrequent exchanges at no more than $10, gifts. Engaging in ongoing professional development and education, maintaining competence. Specific situations where personal information is disclosed, limitation of confidentiality. Lifelong commitment to self-evaluation and recognizing one's limits, cultural humility. Okay, that's my timer. I'm going to continue through the deck. I'm going to set those aside. Proactively addressing environmental barriers interfering with service delivery. Addressing interfering conditions. Professional relationships are free from harassment and intimidation, non-harassment. Landmark case granting committed individuals the right to effective treatment and societal reintegration, Wyatt versus Stickney. Treatment focused on maximizing benefits while minimizing risks and distress, least restrictiveness. Activities behavior analysts can consistently perform with proficiency, scope of competence. Testifying the benefits received from a behavior analyst service, testimonial. Direct recipient of the behavior analyst service, client. Legal framework and rule for behavior analysts and service delivery, laws and regulation. Predisposition or preference that can interfere with services, bias. Taking responsibility for own actions and commitments, accountability. Maintaining client records for a specified time required by law, documentation retention. Behavior analysts credit sources, avoid misrepresentation and disclose republishing, plagiarism. Document that outlines expectations and responsibilities of others, service agreement. To influence behavior through threats and intimidation, coercion. Unethical, illegal, or improper use of resources and services and or funds. Fraud, waste, and abuse. Adapting service delivery to meet cultural needs of others, cultural responsiveness. Acknowledgement and inclusion of different backgrounds in professional practice, diversity. Proper documentations and steps are taken to discontinue services, discontinuation of services. Client's disapproval or unwillingness to participate, vocal or subtle, maintained by aversive control, assent withdrawal. Ethical obligation to provide equal services to all individuals, non-discrimination. One's ability to understand treatment risks, benefits, and alternatives, decision-making capacity. Providing fair treatment opportunities and resources, equity. Discrimination or prejudice against individuals with disabilities, ableism. Incompatibility of personal and professional interests interfering with services, conflict of interest. Behavior analysts promote evidence-based assessments and interventions, advocating for appropriate services. Obtaining permission from those involved from before starting services. Informed consent for services. Recognizing individuals or groups affected or involved in services. Identifying stakeholders. Proper transfer of client or supervisee. Transition of services. Federal law protecting student records and ensuring privacy rights. FERPA. Accept clients, anybody that is involved in the services. Stakeholder. Protecting individuals' personal information. Confidential. Accurate public statements about professional work. Public statements. Any individual who is overseen by a behavior analyst. Supervisee. Evaluating risks and benefits to prioritize client advantages. Risk-benefit analysis. Safeguards put in place to protect personal information. Documentation protection. An individual receiving formal training in behavior analysis. Trainee. Individuals who consent to participate in research. Research participant. Court ruling that placed limitations on the duration and conditions of a timeout. Hancock versus Avery. Clients have the right to ethical, effective care, foundational skills, and the least restrictive treatment. Client rights. Upholding high moral principles and consistency in professional behavior. Integrity. Respecting and acting in the best interest of the client. Responsibility to the client? Yeah. Adhering to ethical codes, laws, regulations governing professionalism. Compliance. Principles of moral conduct relating to professional behavior. Ethics. Explaining and gaining permission to share confidential information. Informed consent for sharing or using information. Okay, that one was hard. Okay, the use of others for personal gain or advantage. Exploitation. The assignment of tasks to those with qualifications. Delegation of tasks. Individual legally authorized to provide consent for those who can't. Legally authorized representative. Benefit others, treat others with compassion, dignity, and respect, act with integrity, and ensure competence. Core principles. A non-professional relationship with those that one works with. Multiple relationship. Federal law that protects personal health information. HIPAA. Okay. That was all my cards. Last video. Thank you for watching.